Hi guys, my name is Shaquila and I wanted to talk to you guys today about being happy and how to be happy around miserable people. Dun dun dun. Yeah. So here's the thing that we do have to deal with. Sometimes we don't have to, but sometimes we have to deal with people who are unhappy. And if you don't want to live your life like that, being angry and bitter all the time and just just a miserable person, then you know how important it is to find ways to live amongst angry people, and amongst people who are bitter and just unable to enjoy the beauties of life. Um, those are people we usually call negative people. How to live your life around negative people and still be happy. And the first method that I'm going to give you is my method, which is just don't be around them. Move the hell away. Get out. Move. Go wherever you need to go to, flourish and to thrive. My method was that. My method was to take the highway. I'm You're my way or the highway, and I'm like, sayonara, I'm taking the highway. And that's just me. Now, everybody is not able to do that. Maybe you're not in the kind of situation where you're able to do that. And sometimes the negative person may be your spouse or your parent or someone that you have to deal with. So that can be that can be pretty. So, a few suggestions. The first suggestion that I'm going to offer to you is to get yourself involved in extracurricular activities. Getting yourself involved in extracurricular activities such as going out to the gym, regularly. Maybe you want to do it every day or every night. Going out to events in your town or your city. There's a lot of different events that you can join or get involved in your town or your city, and such as going to conventions, going to the botanical gardens, the zoo, going to museums, and just other workshops that may be in your area. And every area is going to be different, so you have to really just kind of get out there, look, Craigslist, look on Google, go to your city or county's website and find the recreational, activities that they have there. Find out about nightlife. Whatever it is, you need to find yourself something to get into that you can do either regularly or that you can do in between your regular activities to keep you busy and away from those negative people. The next thing is throw yourself into whatever is most important to you. So if you're a person who is basically career minded and you have a career path that you're focusing on, focus on your career. Throw yourself into your career and keep yourself around that and do that. Not to say that you want to overwork yourself, but just to say that this is kind of something else that keeps you busy and away from negativity. Throw yourself into get a hobby, a particular hobby. If you are a very creative person, like myself, for instance, I'm a very creative person. So one thing I know about creative people, because I am a creative person, is that creative people need to have their personal time and personal space. And when you take your personal time and your personal space, that's when you create mostly. I mean, that's when most of all you find inspiration somehow, some way, and your inspiration helps you to create work. So if you're a creative person, then you can do things. You can take up sewing, knitting, or basketball, or sorry, that's not really creative. It's more sports and athletic, but art, painting, music lessons and instruments. Maybe you, I don't know, want to get into designing things, interior design or something of that nature. Maybe you wanted to get into interior design or something of that nature. Whatever it is that you can do that's creative for you. Maybe you want to get into skateboarding. Maybe you've always loved to skateboard and you want to start, joining a skateboard nation or something like that, where you can, do it worldwide or around the country. Find yourself something that you can do, a hobby that you love to do, something that you enjoy doing, and that's going to make you happy. Find yourself a good place to go to when you need personal space and personal time. And not just personal space and personal time, but just a breather from that negativity that you've been experiencing. And that can be anywhere. That can be on top of a mountain that you like to go to and look over on the city. That could be at a particular park that has a waterfall or nice trees that you can walk around and, just kind of enjoy the scenery. That can be a beach that you love to go to that has, green water where, not green like algae, but like, the water looks pretty than where, other places. That may be getting on a boat and going in the middle of the ocean and fishing. Whatever it is for you, find that activity that you can do that is basically that moment where it gives you time to breathe. And breather room is so important when you are dealing with negative people. You need your breathing space and room. Another thing is find particularly opposite friends. So, for instance, if you have a person who is very negative in your life, who's always bad mouthing you, or who's always talking bad about you, wanting you to feel less than your worth, someone who wants you to feel like you're worth less than what you really are, or if you're around someone who is just negative in general, who just anytime they say anything, it's bad about something or someone. If you want to get away from that, find people who are not like that. Friends. I'm not saying, now this is not advice for you to go and cheat on your spouse. Okay, this is absolutely not that. If you are with a person if you're married to this person that's negative, then you guys need to go to counseling. And you need to let that person know that you don't like what they're doing and that you don't like it so much that it's making you not want to be with them. Okay, so, but if this is just like some other kind of person and not your spouse, find friends that you can relate to that are like-minded. Find like-minded individuals. That is so important. Because one saying that I learned a while ago is very important: is you are only as good as your 5 best friends. And your 5 best friends, meaning the people who have the most contact with you, who are there and around you for the most most time or the most period. For instance, if you have a best friend that you talk to on the phone all the time, that's going to be one of your, if you talk to that person every day, 2 hours a day, that's one person that's going to be your best friend. If you have a person that you live with, that's another best friend. Whether you want to consider them your best friend or not, that's one of the best friends. If they have direct contact with you, where they can make an impression on you, then those are considered the 5 best friends. If you're somebody who's not particularly so social, my suggestion for you is to go and find things that you can do online. There's a lot of things you can do online in terms of going to different websites or different channels to learn different information that would help you be and stay a positive person. I particularly suggest that for people who aren't as social as others are, or who have a hard time going out into the public and really meeting people that understand them. Another thing for those people is to get the hell out of wherever you are. If you're in a place where you don't see or find or meet anybody that's like you, move. Because it's probably just you need to move to another place and go find a place where there are people like you. And I'm able to say that definitely from personal experience. Some of the places that I've lived in, they were really, there were good people around me, but they just weren't the same minded as me. We weren't like-minded. We were very different, and so it was really hard to, stay in a situation where, you're around people who you don't really agree with that much, and you don't live your life like them. Get the hell away from it. Go find another place. Not to say you can't be around them at all, but just to say that you have to have people around you that understand you, that you understand, and that are like you, that are like-minded, that are like-spirited. People that have the same spirit as you, people that have the same mind as you, so that you can stay on that positive path. So I hope that these tips really help you find that place that will help you move forward in whatever it is, whatever endeavors you have, help you stay positive, and help you be more open to the greater possibilities in life. And that is what this video is all about: finding the greater possibilities in life and exploring them. And I really